It's only been a week, and my goodness, I have too much news to share with you. I'm just excited. I'm hoping that I just take this slowly because KDP rolled out two very important pieces of news, including the reports dashboard. Is it going away? Well, the old one is going away. I'll fill you in more details on that. And then just today, it was announced, Kindle Vella, bye-bye. It's going away come February 2025. Written Word Media just released their 2024 author survey, and it's got some interesting details I'd love to share with you. And then a test was put together by the folks over at Hidden Gems Books, comparing how well AI art works against stock images for advertising your book. Which is going to perform better, AI art or the other one? Because believe it or not, it's got us a pretty surprising result. All that and more in the self-publishing news for October 28th, 2024. Before we jump into things, of course, I want to give a big shout out to my sponsors at Book Award Pro. Today just marked my 35th book award for 7 publications. And actually, this will be the second one for the self-publishing for new authors. I'll fill you guys in about that here in just a little bit. But I got the second book award for that one, and all thanks to Book Award Pro. Over 2.4 million books are published every year. Authors need a smart strategy to stand out. Book Award Pro is how you win awards and get great reviews for your book. Between book awards, Amazon reviews, editorial reviews, and more, go ahead and take a look at them over at daylinks.com/bookawardpro. Special thanks to my sponsors. All right, let's move a little further forward here. Written Word Media just launched their 2024 Indie Author Survey results. And boy, is it a lot of great information. Now, they had 1,500 respondents. Here are some of the results they shared. When asked about their primary motivation for publishing a book, authors offered a range of responses with less than half focused on financial goals. 42.7% of respondents say, I want to make money from my book, highlighting a strong financial drive for many indie authors. 19.3% indicated that I want my story to be told, showing a significant portion of authors are motivated by sharing their personal or creative narratives. 16.7% stated that writing is a hobby I enjoy, reflecting the passion and enjoyment they find in the writing process itself. 14.7% want to become a well-known author, indicating a desire for recognition and status within the literary community. And 6.8% selected other, with a mix of unique or alternative motivations not captured by main categories. Now, they break this down into many other things. Now, one of the most telling things is the actual income that people are pulling in. While 46% of authors earn $100 or less per month, the majority, 54%, are earning over $100 monthly from their writing. Authors in the $251 to $1,000 range make up 17% of respondents, while the higher income brackets from $2,501 to over $20,000 account for 17% of the respondents. So this is a good indication if for some reason you've been on the fence about becoming an indie author. If you start to question your career choice, then you can see that there are some results happening on over here. Now, keep in mind, that was only 1,500 authors. I would love to have seen a couple more zeros behind that, so we have something a bit more statistically significant, but I think this is statistically significant enough. Say that 10 times fast. Let's get into the biggest news rolling out coming from KDP. Old reports will be removed on November the 11th. Now, some of you have been following this podcast for a while now. Last year, about this time, they originally were intending on removing the old reports feature. And you can find the old reports feature when you go into your sales dashboard and you hit it into there, and you'll be able to see on the left-hand side the old reports. Now, that's going away. Apparently last year they were gonna pull it and they were like, no, never mind. But now they're like, okay, now we're ready. So the old KDP reports will no longer be available starting November 11th. We've incorporated your feedback, and new reporting now features enhanced reporting experience, updated orders report, improved mobile-friendly experience. Plus, enjoy other available features, including the dashboard, the royalties estimator, updated downloadable reports, and real-time data. So if you bookmark the old reports, it will be redirected to the new reports URL on that date. That would be kdpreports.amazon.com. So sad day, but I think it was due to happen. But unfortunately, here is some news that no one's going to enjoy. It's Kindle Vella announcement. Yeah. So this one actually is very sad. I was very gung-ho about Kindle Vella back in the day. Now, if you're not familiar, it was a serial fiction publishing platform that was available for only U.S. account holders within the U.S. for distribution. And readers could unlock or read a Kindle Vella series, or a episode, if you will, for a certain amount of money, and it worked different than normal ebooks would. Normal ebooks, you're swiping in landscape mode, so almost like a regular ebook. But with Kindle Vella, you were doing in portrait, meaning you're swiping up and down to read the content, and it was always on one full page. That's what it did. But boy, there was just, you had to educate readers in order to kind of get them to understand what Kindle Vella was. There was very, very little done to expand beyond the U.S. marketplace, and there was just a lot of authors that really wanted to take advantage of this, and it looks like it just is not going to happen. Apparently, this test did not work, and they said, "We've made the difficult decision to gradually wind down Kindle Vella in February 2025 as the program hasn't caught on as we'd hoped. We are grateful for the authors who have participated and for the stories you have shared with readers. We remain committed to experimenting and testing new ideas to deliver unique and delightful experiences for both readers and authors. As we bring the program to a close, we want to give both authors and readers the opportunity to finish stories they have started between now and December 4th. Authors will be able to continue to add new episodes to their existing stories. However, we will no longer accept new stories or story comments. Starting December 4th, authors will no longer be able to add new episodes to stories, and readers will no longer be able to buy new tokens. Readers will be able to continue to use remaining tokens to read published stories and episodes until the program closes in February 2025. In November, we will announce our last bonus for reading that took place in October, and as always, authors will continue to earn 50% of what readers spend on tokens used to unlock their episodes until we wind down the program in February 2025. Now, they give additional recommendations, but I'm not going to read it all verbatim, but I will share with you some of what I've shared a while ago. Kindle Vella is a great idea. On paper, it made a lot of sense. It seemed kind of cool, but unfortunately, what they didn't take into account was having the limited global exposure. Having that limited ability right there, first of all, you have diminished the amount of authors that you could reach that could be able to provide you stories by just exclusively putting in U.S. And then you're putting into the U.S. readers as well, so you've diminished that pool even considerably down. Yeah, U.S. makes up for a large amount of the readership, but you still have to educate that audience. And unfortunately, that shouldn't be the deal of the author to do. That should be Amazon's duty to inform what Kindle Vella is all about. And though they were putting out, marketing, and they were putting some money into promotion and things like that, it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And then add to it, their very opaque bonus process, and the fact that they were pivoting last minute on things. So for instance, earlier this year, they changed the payout structure where you were getting paid per the amount of words per episode. That was how they would charge through tokens. Well, they made it a little less confusing for readers, but unfortunately, authors took a huge pay cut because then they switched it to, okay, it's just 10 tokens per each episode, regardless of the word count. Oh, well, that's great. And I was hearing that up to like a third of earnings was being, like 2/3 of the actual income for some authors was gone. Like it literally nuked them. And so there were a lot of authors that were leaving the program because they're like, oh my gosh. And then they rolled out this whole Kindle Vellies, like it was in a book award program type thing I think it was to bolster more sales and bring in more authors. And I called it. I said, this seems like a thing of desperation. And I was right. And I hate to be right because this is a good avenue for some authors. I know some authors that weren't having any success anywhere else were doing Kindle Vella and just crushing it on there. So my heart goes out to each and every single one of you Kindle Vella authors out there that really had you were invested in that. It really sucks to see it go away. It's not one of those instances that I want to be glad that I'm right, but it was something I called over a year or two ago that I said, it seems like there's a writing on the wall. And here we are, February 2025. Bye-bye to Kindle Vella. Let's transition over to a very interesting piece here coming from the folks over at Hidden Gems Books. This one is called Analyzing the Ad Performance of AI-Generated Art. Now, so the writer of this piece, Ginger, said specifically, like, they don't like AI art. They're like, I hate it. It's nasty. I don't know if they said they hate it. They didn't like AI art and was like, I can't imagine AI art converting well with sales. And so what Ginger ended up doing was doing a bit of a split test through Facebook ads. They did 6 ads, 3 of them with AI art and 3 of them with some stock images and things. They wanted to see which one converted better. TLDR, you'll want to go and read this, by the way, because it's more granular and you'll be able to get more information about how all this worked. They both performed just the same. They got the same amount of impressions and engagement across each one of these. So if you've been quietly hating on artificial intelligence art, generated art, it works. It works. And especially when it comes to Facebook ads, you might have to test it for yourself. I can't guarantee anything. And if for some reason you're like, you don't want AI generated art associated to your author brand, then don't listen to me. Just keep pushing forward. But if you're hating on somebody for using AI art, probably now's the time to realize that probably not as bad as you think it is. All right, moving a little further forward, Ingram Spark wants to let you know the holiday season is here and they want you to get your order dates all in order. So if you're looking to get any of your books, you want to make sure you order them by this date. U.S. shipping, you want to order your hardcover copies by November 22nd. In U.S. shipping for paperbacks, you want to get it in by December 6th. If you're in the UK or Australia, you want to order your hardcovers by November 29th. And for paperbacks, December the 6th. If you want more details, visit ingramspark.com. Hey, the fine folks over at SiteGround want to hook you up with a free email course on mastering email marketing with the 6-day course. SiteGround's one of my preferred website hosting services. I talked about SiteGround in the past. Go ahead and take a look at this one. If you've been on the fence about email marketing, then hey, probably now is a good time. 6-day course, you can go through it, take it at your own pace, and it's kind of nice that you can learn everything about how to build a list filled with quality subscribers, mastering the perfect marketing email, how to choose the right email marketing platform, understanding and leveraging email analytics, email deliverability, and how to improve it. And day 6 is bonus strategies to boost email marketing success. Speaking of events that are coming up, Publish Drive is going to be doing a free webinar for mastering EPUB formatting and avoiding common pitfalls. Join Publish Drive on October the 30th at 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime for an in-depth webinar designed for publishers and authors focused on perfecting EPUB formatting. Learn how to spot and fix common errors that can disrupt your ebook's readability and distribution. Again, that's October 30th at 1 p.m. And then Story Origin's going to be hosting, just an amazing individual, Jane Friedman. She hosts the Hot Sheet, one of my favorite newsletters out there. She is like the go-to resource when it comes to trad pub and self-publishing information. Over on Tuesday, October 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime, Evan Gao of Story Origin is going to be interviewing Jane Friedman. You want to join them. You're going to learn more about author website essentials, effective social media strategies for authors, growing an engaged newsletter subscriber list, and so much more. That is a free webinar. Free is my favorite cost. Folks over at Pro Writing Aid are running Horror Writers Fest. Unlock the secrets for writing, editing, and publishing a bone-chilling horror story at this free online summit. Free replays will be available after each event. It is available. You can go and find out a link inside the details. There are many, many experts a part of this, including Ryan Douglas, New York Times bestselling young adult horror author, V. Castro, a 2-time Bram Stoker Award-nominated author, Johnny Compton, another Bram Stoker Award-nominated author, and so much more. Get details. Link, of course, is inside the show notes as per usual. Hey, folks over at Miblart, my preferred book cover design service, wanted me to share a couple of deals that are coming out. Get Covers, their sister company, is going to give you 20% off horror fiction genres and subgenres. If you happen to be in that at camp there, you can get 20% off your next cover design with Get Treat 20 or 20. Get Treat 20 and yell it at them. Use the affiliate link of daylinks.com/getcovers and then use that promo code of GetTreat20 if you'd like to get yourself an inexpensive cover. And my preferred cover design service is Miblart. Go on over to daylinks.com/Miblart and use the code MIBLTREAT15. That's MIBLTREAT15. MIBLTREAT15 to get 15% off. Both of those offers are good until November the 4th. So if you want to get on top of that, do that soon. Hey, a big shout out and just a quick recognition. I'm not sure if you guys and gals got a chance to check out. I actually had a 2-part video series where I'd worked with Print Nation, a digital publishing company, to fulfill some print runs for some indie authors. And with those print runs, I was able to take those out to the little free libraries. And normally I don't come over here with hat in hand saying, hey, could you go over and check out this video? But this time around, I'd like to, because you've missed out on such an awesome opportunity. I normally get like well over 1,000 views on some of these videos, and I've way underperformed. Now, they're not paying me to do any of this. They did it 100% free out of the kindness of their heart. I wasn't even paid for it all, although I got some print copies made for myself, so there was a little bit of a benefit. But go over, take a look at this series about Print Nation. Take your time, go through it. You get to see the unboxing. You get to see how Print Nation's digital publishing fares against Kindle Direct Publishing's print books. It's staggering. You're going to be pretty surprised at the actual quality and how much it makes a difference. But go on over and watch that one. Speaking of watching things, this coming Thursday, it's Thursday, October 31st at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Daytime. Yeah, we're doing a late interview. This will be with a good friend of mine and longtime supporter here of this channel, David Gooden, DB Gooden. We're going to be talking about turning your fiction book into a comic book series. Yeah, this is stellar, and I cannot wait to share with you why I'm so excited about it, because his comic books are amazing. And he also has these just epic length novels. And so I'm just curious how he was able to convert that. And I was like, dude, we got to get you on the live broadcast. So that'll be on Halloween, October 31st at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Daytime. And a big shout out to a good friend and longtime follower of this channel, as well as a very awesome moderator. Author D.L. Tillery just put out a review video of advertising for books and networking for authors' books. Those are my two recent books, and boy, she just did a deep dive review of it. Much appreciated, DL. I love it. Thank you so much. And speaking of shouting out, Dibley Create, the fine folks went ahead and fired off. I'm so pleased to just share this, that they actually shared my 2-time award-winning book, Self-Publishing for New Authors. What you'll learn is how to write and refine your manuscript, effective editing techniques, the best formatting practices for your book, the step-by-step process to publish your book, and the hidden costs of self-publishing and how to manage them, and so much more. You can go ahead and get that at dalelinks.com/new authors. And as well, I just got an award, as I had mentioned to you, through the Book Fest. I got it for Self-Publishing for New Authors underneath the category of nonfiction, education, and learning. I got first place. I am just excited about that. You can go ahead, again, get access to Self-Publishing for New Authors over at dalelinks.com/new authors. And by the way, I am currently in a nonfiction extravaganza book fair, and I would love for your help if you can just take a little bit of time out your day and put in some daily votes all the way up to Halloween here for my book, Advertising for Books. And all you got to do is scroll on down, you find my book, and hit that little vote button, and you're just going to keep doing it over and over until that site says stop doing it, and then come back the next day and do it even more. It'd mean the world to me if you go ahead and do that. And of course, a big shout out to Maddie Dalrymple. She actually has her book as part of this as well. So if you threw her a vote as well, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much. And hey, I have been telling you about this, and I'm going to keep telling you probably for the next couple of weeks, how to write a nonfiction book in 24 hours. A simple step-by-step system for writing a good book fast is available for advanced reading. If you would like to get a copy free of charge with the hopes of you leaving a review upon launch, it would be awesome if you go on over to dalelinks.com/ARCteam. That's ARC, ARC Team. dalelinks.com/ARCteam. And to wrap things up, a big shout out to Book Award Pro. I already kind of told you a little bit about them, and these guys are legit. They are who they say they are, and I invest in them just as all other authors do as well. I've spent a fair amount towards Book Awards, and Book Award Pro has been one of my best marketing tools to date, and I cannot recommend them enough. And fingers crossed, the Self-Publishing for New Authors is submitted for the Pulitzer Prize for Nonfiction General Books, and we'll be able to find out the results in May 2025. I know it's a long time to wait. I submitted it on October 15th, so fingers crossed, maybe it'll come about, and I want to thank Book Award Pro for making that happen. So it's really kind of, I'm excited, I'm giddy. What did you think about some of those pieces of news? Was there anything that I possibly missed? Let me know inside the Discord community over at dalelinks.com/Discord. Come on over there. There's over 1,000 other authors there, and I'm talking to everybody on a daily basis. Till later, it's been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll catch you next week. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Special shout out to my channel members for both the podcast channel and the main channel. Without your support, some projects we do at Self-Publishing with Dale would be much harder to fund. If you want to contribute to the cause, visit dalelinks.com/memberships for details and get your on-screen shout out at the end of each broadcast. Till later,
This has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you soon.